Hi, my name is Riley Allen. This is my review of Season 1, Episode 13 of Spartacus titled Kill 'Em All. This is a season finale, and God, was this a great episode. So we start off with Crixus and Spartacus fighting in the training yard as spectators watch before it goes to a flashback to show how it got there. So they're holding a party. Bariatus is holding a party to celebrate his patronage by Glaber. And they're going to have a fight to the death between Spartacus and Crixus. The plan is just to get rid of Crixus, so they plan on poisoning his food so he's weak. Meanwhile, Spartacus is trying to recruit the fellow gladiators, but none of them want to make any moves without Crixus. So Spartacus tries to get Crixus' approval, but he doesn't want to do it because earlier in the episode, Bariatus told Onimaeus that he's written up the papers that Onimaeus is going to be freed and he's not going to be the Lenisa of the Ludus. And Onimaeus promised Crixus that when he wins, because fuck Spartacus in Onimaeus' eyes, he will help him find Nivea. This was the greatest scene of the episode. Just Spartacus and Crixus talking like bros. And Crixus even admitted that in another life they could have been brothers. But unfortunately, this isn't that life. His path to freedom is in the arena, is what he believes anyways. So he tells Spartacus that one of them will die, but they make a deal. If Crixus falls, Spartacus will find Nivea, and if Spartacus falls, Crixus will see Bariatus dead. Spartacus gets Mira to open the gates, leave the gates open. She agrees as long as Spartacus sleeps with her. Aurelia is openly rooting for Crixus to win. I mean, I kind of understand her, I guess. Spartacus was the man that killed her husband, but also it was Numerus and Bariatus both at fault as well. Spartacus tries to tell Aurelia it was Numerus. She doesn't really believe him, though. God, I feel so bad for Aurelia. She's one of the more tragic characters in the show, I think. She got fucked over by Varro in his gambling debts, and now she's in this shit. Poor woman. So Lucretia ends up So Aurelia learns from Asher about the plot to poison Crixus, who tells it to Spartacus, and she angrily asks if that's how Varro died. And I'm just like, honey. Varro's not Crixus. He didn't have a chance to get against Spartacus, and the only reason he had a chance against Spartacus is because Spartacus was training him. But I get it. She's angry about her husband's death, and she's lashing out at the only person she can, and that's Spartacus. And Spartacus probably understands that, and obviously he's not taking any of what she says to heart. Mostly. So Lucretia is the one that feeds the poison to Crixus. During the battle, he starts to get sluggish, and Spartacus informs Crixus of the poison. And he decides at that moment to change his mind, using his shield to launch Spartacus up to the balcony so he can try and kill Bariatus, while Crixus leads the slaves on the ground. Onimaeus ends up joining the fight just once. He ends up using Spartacus's tried and true move, the sword throw, killing a soldier before going after Asher. Asher and Oenomaus fight, and this fight says a lot about who Oenomaus is. He doesn't like Asher. He believes that Asher got one of his friends killed, Barca. And yet Oenomaus still gave him a sword to fight. I don't like... Don't you just hate it when the show writers are so damn good they make you pity such a piece of shit? With Asher saying, everybody treated me like shit. You know? That was a great scene. That was one of the great scenes too. The scene with Asher and Oenomaus. It ends with Asher basically tricking Oenomaus into killing him like a gladiator, only to stab him and escape, hiding under the body of a Roman soldier. Alethea ends up barring the door, which costs everybody else their lives. Lucretia tries to plead her life with Crixus by saying that she's carrying his child. He says, fuck that child, and stabs her in the stomach. Which, ugh. Duro ends up dying, finally getting to save his brother's life. Honestly, someone notable had to die on the gladiator side, and Duro was the most likely candidate, so, yeah. Spartacus starts quoting Batiatus back to him before finally killing him. That was... The Asher and Oenomaus, Crixus and, Spartacus scene, and Spartacus and Batiatus scenes were so great. And the ending shot with them walking out of the gates all freed. Spectacular. This episode was a 10 out of 10. The acting... I loved this show, man. It surprisingly had great writers. I mean, there were some issues, especially those early few episodes, but dear God, it just kept getting better and better. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with it. 10 out of 10. Thanks for watching the video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you want, and I'll see you in the next video.